Speaking exclusively to Express.co.uk, the chairman of the Environment, Food and Rural Affairs Committee claimed that reducing the amount of access allowed for EU fishermen to UK waters while retaining full access to European waters during the transitional period will help the UK regain full control of its waters post-Brexit. The Tory MP added the solution would also help maintaining EU markets open to British fishermen for them to be able to sell the considerably larger amount of fish to their closest neighbours. Mr Parish said, the £600 million worth of fish is taken by EU boats from British waters and only £100 million worth of fish is caught by British boats in European waters. So, you can see when we take back control of our waters, potentially we can take back control of a lot more fish. Daily Express. Getty. Brexit news. Neil Parish claims UK should retain access to EU waters during the transition period, and so there is a benefit to have, and there's also a negotiation to be had with the EU as we leave the European Union, a period of time where we can allow them a little more catch than they can have eventually in order to get through to the final deal. But of course the downside on fish is that once you've caught the fish, about 70% of the fish we catch is then exported to the European Union. So we need to keep those markets open in order, if we're going to catch more fish, then to sell it. Earlier in March, the UK struck a provisional deal with the EU on the terms of the transitional period starting from March 2019. According to deal, there will be no change to the UK's fisheries policy until after 2020. Despite previous promises of immediate control next year, we need to keep those markets open in order, if we're going to catch more fish, then to sell it. Neil Parish. On Monday, fishermen in the coastal town of Whitstable, Kent, burned a boat to protest against the treason of the Brexit transition deal. The protest was organised by the independent pro-Brexit lobby group Fishing for Leave, with more than 200 vessels joining in to unite against the deal. Aaron Brown, founder of the group, explained that the transition period could do much more damage than just a loss of revenues in the next 2 years. He told Express.co.uk, the EU can do severe damage to us. Losing a couple of £1 billion during the transition period can have a knockout effect on our infrastructures, shops and suppliers, but is not just that. During those 21 months, the European Union could even implement a legislation aiming at crippling our fleets. Article 62.2 of the United Nations claims that what you can't catch yourself goes to your neighbors, which means that if Britain doesn't have enough boats anymore, the EU will keep getting our fish. British fishermen have long complained about the unfairness of the EU's Common Fisheries Policy, CFP, which many blame for decimating the national industry. Former UKIP leader Nigel Farage joined the burning protest, tweeting, "British fishing industry in flames. Theresa May has betrayed our fishermen. Brexit must mean Brexit." Fishing for Leave said the vote to leave the EU had provided a golden opportunity to rejuvenate our coastal communities and industry.